How's it going, guys? It's the end of the day. I got off work a little bit early and we're home and we're making my favorite meal in the whole wide world, tacos. But I need to go grab a couple tomatoes out of the garden really quick. The sweatshirt is a lie, by the way. This is my, I'm home and I'm cozy. This is my sweater. We also keep our house really cold. I can't stand an even slightly warm house. So, it's actually a cool day for us. It's only 92. That's amazing. We are cooling down in the 60s at night, but I need to grab a couple tomatoes before I get sidetracked. I saw a flower I wanted to show you. That's how it always goes in the garden, isn't it? Grabbing a couple tomatoes for tacos. We have so many tomatoes right now. It's insane. But the naked ladies under my willow tree are starting to really bloom. So if you don't know, this is a naked lady. I'm expecting her to be open tomorrow. Oh, so exciting. And so it's an amaryllis, and basically these are on super long stalks. And early in the year, what happens is it shoots up all of its greenery, just foliage, a ton of foliage. And it's actually really pretty still in the early springtime, wintertime, late winter. And then that all dies back. And you can see there's no foliage down here at all. There is a pecan tree. And then it shoots up. And they're beautiful. And then it shoots these pink blooms and no foliage. And that's why they're called naked ladies. So I'm always joking. And I'm always like, yeah, I have naked ladies under my willow tree. So, not real ones. Let's grab a couple tomatoes and probably give Lola a few of these cherry tomatoes. We are starting to slow down in production for tomatoes. The Romas are still going strong, but the cherries have really slowed down. So I know Lola will really appreciate a few of these. She's an angel. Well, this is... Okay. Sure, Lola. Lola, you brat. You ate 4 of them. Let me give one to Mama. Oh, gosh. She's so evil. And she ate that one. She's so mean. I don't know what they're doing with their food, but they're flicking it everywhere. I actually think it's Lola. There's certain things that she doesn't like, and she's just throwing them everywhere. I have tomato seeds all over my hand. She's flinging them everywhere. It's awful. I'm going to rinse my hand off before I grab the other tomatoes. I also wanted to show you we're getting a second flush of the fall gold berries. And if you're going to grow any berry in your garden, I highly recommend fall gold. So here's my Roma, and look at this berry is from the fall gold. Oh, okay. I need to grab a couple of these guys. I'm just going to take 2 in. Even though I should come out here and harvest what's on here. They're all, that one's definitely ready. There's a few more in there that are ready. And I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually harvest tomatoes at about this stage. I've talked to a lot of people and they didn't know that you could harvest tomatoes. Oh my gosh, Lola. I gave you... We'll give her this. I've talked to quite a few people and they didn't know that you could harvest your tomatoes at that stage. So right when they turn a little bit red, just blushing, you harvest your tomatoes, and it's actually really nice because you harvest them, you can bring them inside and they'll ripen fully on the counter. So I do that quite often. Honestly, half the time if you let them get to this really red stage, sometimes they're a little bit more grainy. So I prefer to bring them in, especially in the heat. And then this will be a perfect tomato in 2 days. I was telling one of my clients who was coming in about how, yeah, I'm gonna go harvest tomatoes. He goes, well, we're going out of town and all of my tomatoes are green and I don't want them to rot on the vine. What do I do? I said, just harvest them. And he's like, what do you mean they're green? I was like, no, you can just harvest them at that stage. So thought I would share that little tidbit with you guys. Let me show you guys these berries though. So I can't even get over here right now because it's absolutely insane. First off, the crepe myrtle, which is a borrowed view that I absolutely love, is dropping all of its flowers. I don't mind because it's worth it. But berries, I'm getting stabbed. Okay, so you can see. Let me show you this. So this is a flush of where all the flowers were, and they're all turning into berries now. So you can see there's actually a flower that's finished up right there. And they're all turning into berries. And this is the second flush of berries that I've gotten. I got one very early in the springtime. And then you can see that's a ton of berries right there. So look at, there's a whole bunch of them up here. I need to come and harvest. Some of them are a little too far gone. But like this one's perfect. They just kind of fall right off when they're ready. So I'm gonna harvest a little handful of these guys. Perfect little like handful snack of berries. And you guys, these things taste like candy, especially these ones right here. I'm not really somebody who enjoys eating fruit. I definitely prefer vegetables over anything. Oh, I'm dropping them. But a nice little handful of these berries. These ones are straight up like candy, especially these darker ones. They're a little bit richer in taste. I'm not gonna eat them on camera because they are dirty. But I'm gonna eat all of these, and I'm gonna eat them all before I have tacos, which, I mean, these alone are a little dessert. I could imagine them with like a little bit of like vanilla ice cream. Love ice cream. Or, I don't know, just like some like granola with these would be really delicious. So I'm gonna go in, make tacos, eat these berries, and then we're gonna come back out and I'm gonna harvest a whole bunch of dahlias. I think I'm gonna make a, I told you guys yesterday I wanted to make a huge bouquet with that amaranth, and I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna make a huge bouquet with the amaranth and dahlias. So I'm gonna go eat dinner and then I'll be right back out. Okay, well, I'm in a bit of a food coma now. We had tacos and they were so good. I'm out here, and do you guys see the size of this vase? So I'm gonna make a flower arrangement, another one for me. This is one of my like most prized possessions. I had wanted this vase for I think like 5 years or something like that, 4 years. It's from Terrain, which you guys already know that is one of my favorite places in like the whole wide world to shop. I love shopping at Terrain. Their stuff is just very like beautiful. I mean, like, so this is, I don't know if you guys can tell, so it's like blown into the metal wire. So there's this metal frame, and then it's got a patina to it, so it's been rusted in a like chemical, and then they go in, and this is 2 different pieces. So they blow glass into this bottom section, and you guys can see like it's raised, and then it's also blown into this top section. And I love this vase. I've only used it a handful of times. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's a hummingbird right there, and it's making the cutest sound. Anyways, I get so distracted. I've only used it a handful of times because I'm like super paranoid about this thing breaking, which I guess if it broke, that really wouldn't be that big of a deal because I could just take it to like somebody who blows glass. I know that the college that the Chico State College, they have like a glass blowing program, and I'm sure I could have them blow a piece of glass into this if it broke. So I should be less paranoid, and I should use it more because I love it. But this thing is huge. I mean, absolutely massive. So I'm gonna use that amaranth that I was talking to you guys about yesterday, and I'm gonna fill this up with the amaranth and maybe a few other things, maybe some like large pieces of fern. Let's go fill this up with water and then throw the amaranth in there. Speaking of Terrain, this is my favorite watering wand. Brent doesn't like it because the water comes out really like soft. I'm gonna try to do this without spraying a dog. Here we go. I love it. It's just like a very soft stream. So I'm using my Terrain watering wand. This is by Haas, and it's solid brass. And it just seems appropriate. These are like the 2 luxury items that I wanted for my garden. I love it. These are the 2 items that I really wanted for my garden that are like, they're splurges, and I would have never bought them had I not been gifted this one by my aunt, and been given a gift certificate to be able to buy the watering wand also by my aunt. So this was over a couple of years I was able to get these 2 items. So thank you, Auntie. But also, look at this espalier, you guys. it has reached the top. I didn't think it was gonna happen this year. So it's officially reached the top on almost half of it. There's still 3 panels that it hasn't quite reached the top. That's all right. I didn't expect it to reach the top at all this year. The part that's in a little bit more shade is the parts that have reached the top. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so do I have my pruners? Got my pruners. Oh, I dropped my pruners. I'm gonna get a bucket and go harvest that stuff and put it in a bucket because I don't want to carry that around. I don't want to give myself a reason to break it. Okay, let's go get a bucket now. Let's see if I can keep my tripod from getting stuck. I made it. I have my bucket. I picked these up from Trader Joe's forever ago. Let's fill this up and go harvest the amaranth now. It's been, like I was saying, it's been a really weird, oh my God. My bucket is broke. Let me go get another bucket. That's still enough water. Okay, like I was saying, it's been a really weird work week. I normally take Thursdays off, and normally on Thursdays I film, 1 or 2 videos for the week. But this week, Thursday was really intense. Oh, okay. I got a lot done. And so I feel like I'm running on empty. So the plan is to harvest this amaranth right here. And then, I mentioned ice cream earlier. I'm gonna go get ice cream. I need something. So I'm gonna make myself more flowers to put in the house. And I'm gonna be able to look at and enjoy my vase and look at some really beautiful amaranth. Because it's like a rusty color, that's kind of what I'm gonna go for. I need to cut these longer than I think because I know this vase is so big. Like, initially, I probably would have ended up cutting this thing here because that's still huge, but that's not big enough for this vase. So that's gonna be hard for me to cut things that big. I never cut anything that large. I'm trying to cut off all this green. Okay, I need a much larger bucket. These ones are huge. Oh, I love this. This is so pretty. Like, look at this. So I have 4 pieces as of now. And I still don't think that that's gonna be quite enough to fill that vase in. I mean, you guys saw how big that was. This is just 4 pieces. I think I need 1 more. And I really like this one right here. This one's a little bit more like, I don't know, like a red color. I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera. I've been loving amaranth. Amaranth is actually one of my absolute favorites. Not just this spike kind. Usually I would like to grow more of the cascading type, but I didn't this year. So I tried to grow some of the emerald tassel, and I have some of it tucked back there, but it's so tiny that it doesn't even do anything at all. It's kind of embarrassing. Okay, so I have 5 of those. What else am I gonna add to this? Because I don't have anything that's absolutely massive quite yet, but I need to find something. I wish that the cafe au laits had not so many spots on them, and I wish that they had a longer vase life, because this amaranth is gonna have a huge vase life, so I'm not too worried about that. But what I would like is something flowering. What do I find? I guess I'm going dahlias. Let's see if I can cut off a big branch. Okay, so this is a pretty big branch, and I might end up pulling this entire bloom off. What I am gonna do first is try pulling off all of these back petals like I did the other day. I'm gonna pull these leaves off because you guys can see the back of it. They're a little bit crispy. So pulling these off, and then I'm gonna just play with it in the flower arrangement and see if it works, if it can stay, or if it does end up needing to go. But this is the cafe au lait. Normally she's more pink and more yellows and pretty colors. I haven't been loving cafe au lait this year. And I don't even know if this is like a long enough stem. But I want to grab this one also. And same thing as pulling off these back petals on this one. This one's not as far along. I'm gonna pop these off. And these. That's actually funny. These are like, look at that. These are basically identical. Two different plants. Literally identical. That is so crazy. So I think what I'll do is I will put these back to back. So you'll have dahlias all the way around. Okay, I do need something filler type. I don't know what I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna grab some of the Newly Noir Coleus. It's been one of my favorites. I don't know if they're long enough or if I even have enough pieces for it. This is gonna be a very structured bouquet, and I have an idea of how it's gonna actually look when it comes together in my head. But what it's actually gonna do, we will see. So Newly Noir Coleus, it's a very dark colored Coleus, and I've loved it. I love using Coleus in arrangements. They're really pretty. I don't know if I have enough though, especially for like the impact that I'm going for. But I think that like I think the burgundy red color that it has with the like orange of the amaranth and then the like creamy yellow of the dahlias will be a pretty combo. I wish I had something else. I don't even know what I wish I had, but I don't have it. So let's go grab some of the Newly Noir Coleus. These are so big. I'm barely able to walk down the aisle. I think I need to go set this bucket down over there. Okay, I just set those in the vase over there. Kind of keeping you guys a little bit of distance so you can't quite see it. I need a lot more filler than I thought though. Oh my gosh. I set those in there, and while yes, the amaranth and the dahlia bring huge impact, I need something to fill in around the base of that container. And I don't have enough Coleus for that. This is a really hard, I bought the large. I should have bought the like, I think it's a medium one. I bought the large thinking I could fill that no problem. But I have this problem where I see dimensions online and I don't understand what that actually means. And it's way bigger than I ever imagined. Okay, this is the Newly Noir Coleus. It's looking very red on the camera, but it is like a purpley black color. Oh look, this one's mutated. That's really pretty. It's actually like a very shiny green color. Huh, that one's mutated. That's really weird. Okay, anyways, Newly Noir Coleus. It's looking very purple on the camera, but it is almost a like blackish purple. It's looking reddish purple here. And then I have some limelight hydrangeas. I also have some Newly Noir tucked in right there. Might try a couple of those, but I'm gonna see how much of this I can harvest first. Okay, I am no expert by any means, and things are moving a little bit. I should have made the grid a little bit smaller, but tell me this is not so beautiful. So I need to, when I get it placed in the house, I'll kind of fiddle with it. I'll actually probably end up fiddling with it for the next like 2 or 3 days. But I'm obsessed with this. I mean, this is like wedding style bouquet. This is like a huge arrangement. In love with everything about it. So I added the Newly Noir Coleus, and then I added, I think this is like Wasabi Coleus. I'll pop the name up if I'm wrong, but I believe this is Wasabi. This is the Hot Biscuit Amaranth, and then I did a whole bunch of, you can see right here, the these are the Cafe au Lait dahlias, and originally I picked up 2 of them from the garden, and then I ended up going back out and I picked up 3 more, so a total of 5 of the Cafe au Lait dahlias. I cannot believe this. This thing is so, I mean, can you even see where I am? This is huge. So it's gonna go in my house. My house is 900 square feet, so this is basically the whole size of my entire house right here. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. Love the Cafe au Lait. I love the movement of the amaranth. I'm very happy with it. I threw it all together. Now I know I need a lot more stuff, and I need to make the grid a little bit tighter when I tape the grid to this thing. So in general, I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna go put this inside. I'll show you a clip really quick of that. But I'm gonna film that in the morning because the lighting is better in my house first thing in the morning. So I'll film that, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. But it's so beautiful. I'm so happy with this. And now I'm gonna go get ice cream. So that is gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out with me as always, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. It's in the house. I picked up this super pretty antique table. It has a marble top. I picked this up a couple months ago, but this vase fits perfectly on it. Really happy with that. The coleus is bounced back. I love this. It is so perfect right there.